It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Mike Prince Show here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, our social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is obnradio.com and our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Today's episode made possible by Texas Farm Bureau, located at 3019 Waller Street in Waller, Texas. You can get in contact with Agent Jeremy West by dialing 936-931-3696. Diva Skin Conditioner is a formulation that was designed for those who are under the attack of diabetes and the challenges that it can bring to your skin care. You can visit the website at divafeet.com, D-I-V-A-H feet.com, or you can speak with a representative today by dialing 903-270-0026. And attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. They're ready to help you with your legal matters, no matter the size of the case. You can call them at 979-826-8008. Well, tonight is the night that the Panthers kick off their season on the other football field. Panthers will be in Houston to take on the Huskies of Houston Baptist. That kickoff will start at 7 p.m. The season is amongst us. Coach Cavello and company will go in to open up. This will actually be the third game for the Huskies, and it'll be the season opener for the Panthers. That kickoff will start at 7 p.m. We'll keep you abreast on the results of that game throughout its match. This coming Saturday, August 24th, will be Fan Appreciation Day on the Hill. Come out and meet with football, volleyball, and soccer, as there'll be backpacks and school supply giveaways to each and every one who shows up. Be sure to spread the word around. The festivities start at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, August 24th. There will be a light work through for the football team. The volleyball team will have an alumni match starting at 6 p.m. at the Baby Dome. So it should be a day full of fun and activity for the community and PV Nation. Of course, we are a week away from the start of football season between the Texas Southern Tigers and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. August 26, 10 a.m. will be the launch of Coach Eric Dooley's press conference, 10 a.m. on the campus of Prairie View. That same Monday will be the launch of the Texas Southern Tigers press conference in conjunction of that of the Labor Day Classic, 12 noon at BBVA Stadium. And that Wednesday will lead to the Touchdown Luncheon event to be held at the Power Center starting at high noon. So the festivities are lined up and the games are moments away from the launch of the official start of the fall campaign for 2019. Now, of late, we've been hearing back and forth on how the ACC, in conjunction with ESPN, are going to be launching the ACC network starting this season. The SEC has their network, and most of your major Power 5 conferences. But one in particular that has been standing out in more ways than one has been the Pac-12. Now, we do know and understand that the West Coast are on the latter end when it comes to prime time as far as the time difference in the time zones. And there's been speculations of having 9 a.m., 10 a.m. kickoffs. They've been kicking the can all over the place. But one thing that the West Coast has been leading the pack on, if you would, was the willingness to step outside of the quote-unquote norm, create their own path, and adjust to the powers that be to look down the road. What am I trying to say? The Pac-12 has just announced that they were severing ties with AT&T. They did not get into a hasted decision to be tied up with ESPN till 2030 in the hopes that by their patience and strategic planning that they will land an even more lucrative deal with that would-be partner in the near future. Now, the unique thing about what the Pac-12 has been doing is they were working out their own deal, and they came into a little snafu, if you would, with finding the right partner, if you would. And so the powers that be would figure, hey, man, just go ahead and sign up with the one that everyone else has done and call it a day. But they said, no, we're gonna study this thing just a little bit further and see exactly how this plays out in the long run. Now, if you look at the big picture that everything has been developing from the West Coast, not only this, with the Pac-12 trying to set the standard of going outside the quote-unquote norm to establish their television broadcasting deals, but they're also leading the way with the ability to pay student athletes through the use of the likeness of their images. If you remember the time back with EA Sports were doing all they were doing, it really took off with O'Bannon and company from UCLA. California has led the way now that the collegiate programs will have the ability, coming up real soon, just went through the House bill, now they're in legislation, and legislation does what it does, but it's ever so closer now that the players can get paid for their images, name, and everything else as part of trying to open the floodgates, if you would. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye to see exactly what and how this all works out, because this could really open up the door, in particular for that on the FCS rank. A lot of people don't understand, and I've been over this time after time again, but when you cram in everything in one funnel, somebody's going to get left out on the log jam, and more than likely it's going to end up being the smaller programs, the smaller conferences. So it is very, very interesting, at least to me, on how all of this is going to develop. And of course, we'll keep you right there in tune as this story develops. I said I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to just drop this one little tidbit and I'm going to move on out the way. If you had not heard, Antonio Brown has been going back and forth with an issue over the style of helmet that he would prefer to play with. And it's been creating a little disturbance, I would say. But nonetheless, it's one of those things where I'm feeling good as a Steelers fan. Immense talent, no doubt, no question about that at all. But I'm just glad that's not anything that my beloved Steelers have to deal with. You have a choice of 34 particular helmets that are going to be custom made to fit your head, and you can't find one helmet? I'm just saying. Don't forget that Friday will be Football Friday. Got a lot stirred up on that. We talked about G Nation and its eerie silence. Southern Nation, they've all been dubbed the kings of the West. Alcorn dubbed king of the East. And I guess it's just a matter of flipping the coin to see who's going to represent the Southwestern Athletic Conference in the Celebration Bowl 2019 edition. But I can attest to you this. There are at least 8 other programs who beg to differ that it's just going to be a cakewalk for Alcorn and Southern to be the last team standing come that cool December weekend. And we're going to start the tracking August 31st, and I just can't wait. I'm going to exit stage left for now. I want to thank you as always for your participation in joining us here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Reminding you to share the links, share the love, and spread the word. I've got to go for now. I am the radio guy, Mike Prince. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.